To the United States, the Statue of Liberty is an icon of freedom, and also stood to welcome immigrants arriving to the United States from abroad. For this reason, it could be a prime target for terrorists who would seek to employ an attack with a symbolic effect. Destroying the Statue of Liberty means you are destroying what it means to be an American. Today, Life's Biggest Questions asks, what if the Statue of Liberty was attacked? Hello and welcome back to LBQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know in the comments below a topic you would like to see on this channel. The Statue of Liberty is a copper statue that was given to America by the French. Designed by Frederic Auguste Bartholdi and built by Gustave Eiffel, the statue is a figure of a robed woman that represents the Roman goddess of liberty. She holds a torch in her right hand, a broken chain lies at her feet, and the date of the US Declaration of Independence is inscribed on a tablet in her left hand. She stands on Liberty Island, off the coast of Manhattan, New York, and she's been there since October 28, 1886. Here's a little known fact: the first terrorist attack in the United States caused serious damage to the Statue of Liberty. During World War I, in the year 1916, the Germans were not supportive of the idea that the Americans were selling munitions to the Allied forces, so there was an attempt to sabotage the delivery of a ship carrying munitions. German agents started fires on this ship, the Johnson 17, and ended up causing damage to the Statue of Liberty. Thousands of tons of munitions and other war materials exploded, and the explosion registered between 5.0 and 5.5 on the Richter scale. This was known as the Black Tom explosion. Because the attack occurred at 2 in the morning, many lives were not lost. There were only about 7 casualties. This attack is the reason why visitors to this day can't access the torch portion of the statue. It was not a direct attack on the statue, but it gives some idea as to what would happen if the statue was attacked today. So let's say a terrorist organization decided they were going to try and destroy Lady Liberty. 4.5 million people visited the Statue of Liberty in 2016, which is actually a relatively small number compared to the Eiffel Tower at 7 million visitors per year. Lady Liberty is not even on the list of the 50 most visited tourist attractions in the world. Only 240 people are allowed to climb the statue on any given day. Its visiting hours are between 8:30 to 5 p.m., so if the attack took place outside of those hours, very few people would be hurt. The National Park Service does have a policy for man-made actions that destroy or damage the Statue of Liberty. Measurements, drawings, and 36 laser scan models of the statue would be used to recreate Lady Liberty as faithfully as possible. So in other words, they would just make another one. That being said, the effect on the psyche of the American people after their prized Lady Liberty was destroyed would be substantial. It could be seen as an act of war. But in all seriousness, destroying the Statue of Liberty would be shocking, but it wouldn't be as impactful as the terrorist attacks on 9/11. The whole world watched as the planes flew into the Twin Towers, and were shocked when the towers collapsed, undoubtedly killing 3,000 people in the process. The victims were immortalized, and so were the heroes. One of the reasons why the Statue of Liberty has not been attacked is because the death toll simply wouldn't be that high. Yes, it would be symbolic to demolish an icon of American freedom and ideals, but destroying a symbol is not what terrorists are after. It's not the same thing as inflicting terror by destroying lives. It would also be relatively difficult to attack the Statue of Liberty, let's say with a plane. In comparison, the statue is quite a bit smaller than a building, so it would be pretty hard to crash a plane into it. The number of people that would die from attacking the Statue of Liberty would not exceed 300. The damage would cost a couple $100 million to repair. That being said, if the Statue of Liberty was attacked, it would likely cease to be a tourist attraction. Following the 9/11 attacks, the statue was closed to all visitors, and was not reopened until 2009 by President Obama under the condition that only a limited number of people could climb the statue at one time. How would you feel if the Statue of Liberty was attacked? Let us know in the comments below. For now, I'm Charlotte Dobre, and you've been watching Life's Biggest Questions. If you want to continue on your quest for answers, check out What If Buckingham Palace Was Attacked? Or What If the White House Was Attacked? Clickable on the screen right now. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss one of our uploads.